Right, this is like the third time I'm recording this, so hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a minute, or it's been a few years, whatever. What's the difference? I just wanted to come on here and see what's up, what's happening, what's new. First of all, I have to thank everyone for continuously messaging me the last few years on how much you miss my content and my videos. It's really always super nice to connect with you and hear your kind words. I am just really grateful for that. I do read them. It does make me think I need to return to that. You got what you asked for. I'm here. It's also always so awesome to run into some of you out in the wild. I've ran into some of you at Westfield in Culver City. I've ran into some of you in the randomest clubs and parties, and also the resort pool in Puerto Vallarta. That just shocked me that someone could recognize me in another country was wild. It's really awesome to just see how we connected, because I just to give you some perspective, I was only really on here really truly for 4 months. So it's great that we built a connection even just within 4 months. And that also made me think about what would it be had I, or would I just continue on for a year? Dang. Yeah, here I am. Let's catch up. I want to, tell you a little bit about what's coming up next, what has been happening in my life in the last few years, give you some updates since we last connected. So what happened while I was gone? Or why did I stop making content? To give you some insight on what was happening in my life at the time, and many of our lives, I started filming in late 2020, transitioning into 2021. And that was the thick of COVID. As many of you know, I live alone and have lived alone for almost 10 years. The pandemic was really rough. I was home by myself for days on end. And there were times where I was just seeing people on the computer. And especially in those early times, it was really rough. I was worried and scared, and not necessarily worried about getting sick. I was worried about everyone else around me, and it made me think a lot. During that time, when I started filming and making content, it was the first time in a long time that I felt connected to others, even though it was through the camera. And that loneliness and that sadness went away for a little while. But through that process, even before then, I remember telling myself regretting all the times I said no to certain opportunities, like going out or going on a trip, or going on the camping trip, or just the many different things I said no to because I had other priorities or other responsibilities. And I remember telling myself, I'm gonna say yes. Next time someone asks me, I'm just gonna say yes. And that's exactly what I did. I started saying yes to everything. And that's when it was I can't keep filming because I'm saying yes and going out of the country, or, just being out all the time. On top of all of that, I had taken on a new position as a director at the nonprofit I was at before. And we had to hire a ton of people. We had to onboard a ton of people. And it was a bunch of full-time, part-time staff that I was overseeing, and also overseeing multiple programs. I was trying to keep up with my social life and really be connected to people because I hadn't done that for so long. Aside from that, many of you know, or if you don't know, I'm a classically trained singer, and I sing in multiple choirs, and now I do it for enjoyment and as a hobby. But I was part of multiple choirs in LA. And I also had a church choir job, which means I was leading a section in the church. I also help administering nonprofit community choir. I had a lot going on, y'all. In the midst of all of that, there were also other transitions that were happening. I will keep it simple and say there were just things were going on that I just was not paying attention to my body, and was not paying attention to anything that my body was saying or telling me. And it caught up to me. A couple of years ago, I transitioned to another job, another company. And so in that between the two companies, I had some downtime for once in a long time. I didn't have a big to-do list. And I was able to really think about my body. And I noticed some symptoms that I hadn't really taken seriously, but I was like, this is really weird. There were really weird things happening with me. And so I went to the doctor and they couldn't figure out what was really happening, or they thought they figured it out and it wasn't really like being resolved by any of the medications. And so it just left me really confused and I just felt really alone because I just knew there was something wrong, but I couldn't pinpoint it. I went deep into the Reddits, into the TikToks, and like, I just have seen some family members be really affected by health, and it wasn't the same thing that was happening to me, but I just was really worried and scared, and it put me in a really, really bad mental state on top of just like trying to keep up with a new job and just different things that I feel made me question my life. And I feel like my life was out of control at that point. What I decided at that point is that I was going to be persistent. And so I would book multiple like doctor's appointments, calls, and I would tell them like there's something wrong, even though they would dismiss me. One time I said, this is what's happening. You have to look into this. And I'm glad I was persistent, because then and there was when they're like, we're going to test this other thing. And that was when we figured out what was happening. It was affecting many, many aspects of my life. Had I not been persistent and this kept on going, it could have done some true damage to my body. And so I'm really glad I was persistent and continued on asking questions and trying to figure out what the answer was. I have to say it's a privilege to be able to find a group of people or medical professionals that will listen to you and actually like understand what you're going through. And so I'm really grateful for that. Now though, I'm feeling amazing. I haven't felt this good probably since high school. I don't even know if in high school I felt like this. I just feel really great. I feel happy. I feel like I've found a rhythm in my life, and I've also found really great people in my life, and also work in an awesome place. Like I really truly enjoy what I do. But this didn't come easy. There were multiple perspective shifts in my life that happened. During the pandemic, I really wanted to say yes and really explore the world more. And then through my health scare, I was really regretful of like not taking the risks. It also has taught me to enjoy life a little bit more. So like it's okay for me to walk to a boy and let him know he's cute, or tell that boy that you like him, or to work on my passion projects. Life is way too short. So why am I coming back now? For the last 2 years, I've been thinking about it a lot. Like I said, I run into some of you all that are always asking why I'm not doing that and like how much you miss me or what I have to say. But I've been thinking about coming back, and I think what's held me back is just like my own insecurities, and like I'm always worried about like what people will think, and what will people like what I have to say. Will they think I'm cringe? Will they make fun of me? And I just worry about that, even though no one's ever been super mean about anything here. I mean, I've met enough mean people, but I can handle those. But I don't know, like I just worry. And so I had to realize that I wanted to do this for myself, and I wanted to do it for people that actually like it. Like this is not for the people that don't like it. This is for the people that actually enjoy what I have to say. I've had some new motivation too. Like I've met so many people in the last year, like so many people at this point, and they probably have no idea that I'm on here, that I have a channel, and they're soon gonna find out. And if that's you, hello, hi. Don't forget to subscribe. And now that I'm just healthier and in a better place mentally and physically, I am willing to take those risks, and I'm really willing to prioritize this. So what's coming next? I do feel like I owe you a video. And that's the apartment tour. I've been living here for almost 4 years. Some of you were in that time where I was moving over here. The real goal was to set everything up and then have the tour. Well, at this point, I've been here for so long. I mean, there's still projects I haven't finished. I think I'm now in a place where I can show it, and I can show you the projects that I still have to work on. And I'm also excited to change some things now that I've been here for a while. First things first, will be an apartment tour. I just have to make sure everything's clean and looks a little bit more organized than it does right now. That's coming up very soon. The next thing that's coming up is also I'm turning 33. It's my birthday in like less than 2 weeks at this point. I'm having like a small get together here before going out, so a pregame. So I want to do like a little video content around like setting up for that, preparing that, and how I did it and what happens. Of course, we will only be filming until like things get, until we get enough drinks in us and it gets messy. So you'll see the cute, nice parts of it. I have other things lined up. I've started a spreadsheet of like the full year of things, of ideas that I have that I've been putting together for the last few months. But if you have some ideas, I know you all used to message me or used to DM me, comment. Feel free to comment, DM me, message me, and let me know those things that I owe you. Because I know there are some videos that you were like expecting me to make because I said I would make them, but I'm sorry to let you down. But I can make it up to you now. Send them to me somehow, comment, DM, email, whatever. But I hope that you're here for this new chapter of Proud Millennial, because I think it's gonna be a little bit different, but so much more fun and so much more coming from a healthier, more happy place, I think, than previously. So if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are coming back, welcome back. Let's make this an awesome new space for us to get to know each other and to build some community. So for now, this is it. I do have to say I'm more active and engaged on Instagram. I do have a TikTok. I use it to watch videos, but I haven't posted much. But please go ahead and follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and message me. Like, I love to get to know people. If you see me out on the streets, mind your business. Just kidding, no. Say hi. I would love to meet people that I've connected with before. Please feel free to say hello. For now, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you very soon.